Wait, can we start over?
Yeah.
It's too late. What? Joe, no. No. Guys, we're about to count down and then do it, but Joe's right now just careening off the wagon, just throwing his whole body and soul straight onto the whatever it is where the wagon was going, the Oregon Trail. He's just throwing himself backwards off of it.
Yeah.
Are you afraid you're going to get trampled by the horses or something out there after being fallen off?
I'm not afraid of no horses. I'm not afraid of no dang horses.
Yeah. Yep. Joe?
Do I sound like the Predator?
Kinda. You know, I think they should make like a sitcom about the Predator, like at home. How he is with his kids and stuff.
Yeah, because it's not how he is on the hunting trip.
When he's not trophy hunting humans.
Yeah.
He's just like...
It's like I'm sure they do it in Virginia because they do it here in Michigan. You know, you go and you have hunting camp and everybody drinks and gets loaded and then you go out and you shoot things. And
then you come back and you got to be like, what do you mean you don't like algebra? Hey,
that's what the Predator should do.
What are we out of eggs again? Jeez.
There needs to be like a fan series where, you know, somebody does it and it's like the Predator at home. He gets back from the hunting trip and then his wife's like, you gotta take the garbage out. Hey,
Larry.
And she's like,
Larry. He's going to take the garbage out.
like on Earth, we look at the Predator and he just looks like this badass dude. And then like on his planet, it's just like on H416 or whatever his planet is.
H416.
Like, oh my gosh, this lady won't get off my back. And she's just like,
I gotta go hunt an alien or a human.
He goes back to selling insurance on like his planet. And he just has like those dreadlocks and stuff, but he's just an insurance salesman.
He's like sitting there.
He's the manager of a grocery store.
Please. I bought this melon and it's spoiled. I want my money back.
He's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll replace that right away. And then he's like, David, shopping carts, round up. And then
what pickup on aisle 7?
Do we need another deli worker? Did we lose another deli worker?
That's basically my job. What pickup on aisle 7?
Deli worker?
Did we lose another deli worker? How disappointed were you in the Predator when he took off his mask and then he was like had those teeny eyes and they're like, and you're like,
yeah,
it's not that scary. I wonder if that was intentional though. They were just like,
am I the pervert that whenever I look at the Predator I see like vagina mouth? I'm just throwing it out there.
Like, are you attracted to it?
I'm not attracted to it. It's just like when I first saw it as a kid, I was like, oh, that kind of looks like a vagina.
I've never seen
in no way,
one,
shape, or form
Joe.
does it. In no way, shape, or form does it. Well,
I've never seen a vagina.
Shape or
to this day, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I guess that's what they look like.
I'll tell you what one looks like. There's like this long worm-like thing. And then underneath it is this like little like sack, like skin sack.
What are you talking about? That's your balls.
I thought that was a vagina.
That's your penis. That's an inside out vagina, technically. In utero. In utero, we all start as females and then become male with the addition of testosterone. Take that, people who are trying to ban trans people. you're all women. At one point, we're all trans. Ready, Joe? Cheers that.
Kind of a weak argument, but okie dokie.
All right.
So here's something. Netflix. Heidi and I yesterday binge watched this new 4-episode. Oh, my finger's bleeding.
Suddenly
binge watched this 4-episode series called Adolescence.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Have you heard of this?
No, I have heard of it.
I've heard some of the finest acting, dare I say, amazing acting I have seen maybe in my life. If you disagree, tell me on the Diabolical Discussion page. But the acting, Heidi and I we like movies, but we're not like movie. Like we don't dissect them and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was bananas how good it is.
It's heavy. TV show, 4 episodes. How long are they each?
They're about an hour each, like 45 minutes, 50 minutes each.
Okay.
And the whole thing starts with there's a 13-year-old accused of murder. And that's where it starts. And each episode is shot in one take. And it's crazy.
The whole
the
episode
acting is
like, do you think it's really shot or they make it look like it's one take?
Well, Heidi and I said that as well. All the reviews, all the writing about it says it's all shot in one take.
Serious? Like it's like a play.
Yeah.
Is it just one camera?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. It is bananas. It's one camera, and each episode is about 45 minutes. And when you read about it, they say that they did like anywhere from like 4 to 8 takes of every episode. And then obviously they just picked the best one. It's
so like 4
heavy.
to 8 hours. They're just like, do it again. Let's go to get lunch and then come back and do the same thing.
Yeah.
Serious. And it's
and
good.
Then
that alone
great.
makes it good. I just have heard like topically it's super heavy and really good. Okay.
Very heavy. It's very heavy. Each episode is like, I don't want to say from a different point of view, but it's like a different aspect of like what's going on in the show. Obviously that was a stupid thing for me to say because that's obviously what it was. But it is crazy. It's crazy. And the other thing is, when you're watching it, Heidi was like, man, this is nuts. Like some of the kids like in the school, she's like, these kids are like out of control. And from me and my job being in the school for 5 years, I was like, this is normal. This is normal. Like the acting is so good. It's exactly how the kids act.
Oh,
like,
serious?
The main star, the boy, absolutely ridiculous. If he doesn't win like awards and stuff like that, as well as the dad, I mean, it's crazy. The dad's the only one who has like star power. No, I won't at all.
The dad is who?
I think his name is Stephen Graham.
Okay.
He was in. Have you ever seen Boardwalk Empire?
I haven't. I'm listening to this podcast with Ed Helms, and he keeps referencing it, and so I'm curious. I want to see it.
The
about
dad
Prohibition.
He played the young Al Capone. He was in Snatch. He's in Band of Brothers.
Oh,
he's been in a lot of stuff.
I've seen the Band of Brothers.
Yeah, you'll recognize him. I believe his name's Stephen Graham. You'll recognize him. Everybody else, I don't think you'd recognize. And the kid was ridiculous.
Kid's really good. How old is this kid?
13. Or I don't know how old he is in real life, but he's probably right 13. Around it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, good enough to like memorize 4 one-act plays that are like an hour long.
Absolutely.
That's pretty
But
rad.
it's like you can't, it's tough to like watch it before bed. If you watch it before bed, you got to watch it and then you got to give yourself some time to like maybe watch an episode or two of like Seinfeld or something.
Because it's so heavy and you're going to...
It's so heavy. It's not there. You know, there's movies that are like, there's movies that deal with like difficult topics or difficult to watch, but as soon as you turn it off, like that's it, it's done. And this one, like Heidi and I both, when we were done, we were just, she was thinking about it all night. She thought about it this morning. Like she had texted me about something and was referencing like the show. It's crazy, but it's good. It's really good. So, yeah.
Going back to this, did you watch like one episode a night?
Mm-mm. We binge watched it all day yesterday.
The whole thing?
The whole thing, all 4 hours.
And then you had to watch the Seinfeld?
Yeah, and then I watched probably 6 episodes of Seinfeld.
And you were like
we, yeah. We started at like maybe 4 yesterday. We watched the first episode. I had watched like the first 15 minutes and I was like, this is really, really good. I think Hides will like it. So I stopped. And then yesterday we'd been watching golf all weekend. And then we had like a family party. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. And then, so yesterday we did nothing. Sunday, it was just a chill day all day. We did go, well, I'm going to get off again. Okay. So, well, that's not
so I'm getting off again.
Just keep breathing hard into the microphone. Deep breath. There you go. So anyway, we started around 3. I think we ended at like 7 or 8 and then watched a few episodes of Seinfeld and then cashed out. But yeah, just binge watched it because I didn't know if she'd like it. We watched the first episode and then when it came to an end, she was like, hit play on the second. So we watched the second one and then by this point, it is heavy as lead.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you good, babe? And she's like, no, keep it going. Jeez. So we kept going, man. We ripped through them all. I mean, it's one of the best shows I've seen in a really, really long time. Like a different Academy, that season 1 and kind of season 2 was like cool. We were like, oh, this show's great. It's not that kind of great. It's like above and beyond. It's like you're kind of watching some, like whoever did it did something special.
And it's
I think
Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
Okay, guys, you can get Netflix for like $6.99 a month with the ads if you're like me. I'm gonna try and watch it. Maybe give me 2 weeks and we'll talk about it. Okay, you guys.
You're not going to need 2 weeks. You're going to start watching it, and then you're just going to, like we did. It's just going to go one to the next, to the next, to the next.
So for our listeners, you got 2 weeks to watch it, and then there's going to be some spoilers because Joe and I are going to talk about it. Right? Sound good?
Yeah. Another thing Heidi and I did. I posted today on my Facebook. I don't know how many people that listen are Facebook friends with me, but you know what we did on Sunday? We went and walked a mall.
Really?
And there's this mall out here. It's called
mall, like inside?
Yeah, it's called Great Lakes Crossing. It's a big mall that in like the late 90s, early 2000s, it was built. And it was huge. When it was built, it was the place to be. And then mall culture stopped.
Okay.
And it downhill and it became like every other mall in the country. And I don't know what has happened, but we went in there because we were like, let's be like white trash and let's just go for fun and walk around Great Lakes Crossing. It was so awesome. The food court, ridiculous. All the stores that are in there, amazing.
Okay.
They're like the mall is kept up. You felt like it was the 90s again. And I'm like, I so want mall culture to come back. And the thing is, I'm too old to enjoy mall culture, but I'm going to go to the mall and see like teenagers hanging out, buying stuff, meeting up with girlfriends, boyfriends, like goofing around.
My kids love the mall. Both of them. Like, they're tearing down the mall in Charlottesville. So there was like, I don't know, there's like an anchor store. It's called Belk here. It's like, I don't know what you guys have. What is it called out there?
Where is it? Just like
I lived out there. What is your anchor store? It's not like, is it Dillard's?
No.
What is it?
What do you mean, like
it's
an
like
anchor store?
JCPenney. Yeah, they're like, it's like 4 or 5 like giant stores, and then they put all the small stores in between. What is it?
So this mall, the big thing is Bass Pro Shop.
No, Bass Pro Shop was not the thing in Bowling Green. What is it? What is your department store? Macy's? Which got
we have a Macy's here, but there's not a Macy's in that mall.
Okay, Macy's I think was from New York, and they got bought out by some company in Cincinnati because they're based in Cincinnati now. But I don't know what.
We used to have Hudson's.
Hudson's. I'm trying to think what
we
it was.
We had Hudson's, and then Hudson's got bought out by Saks, and then Saks got bought out by Macy's.
Yeah.
And so, like, we have this other mall that's like a trash mall.
Yeah.
And as you would call, like, the anchor stores were Hudson's, JCPenney, and Sears. And then all the other little stores, you know.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so I have a problem with our government not breaking up monopolies anymore. I think that's part of the problem.
That's weird that you would have a problem with something like that.
Tell us more about that. Had our government been doing like what they were supposed to be doing, breaking up monopolies, Sears wouldn't be out of business. Kmart wouldn't be out of business. JCPenney wouldn't be going out of business. Like, there'd still be competition.
Weren't all of those, didn't it come out that those were the byproducts of, remember that GameStop? Remember that GameStop thing where people would buy into a company and then destroy it from the inside out and make a ton of money off the stock?
I don't know.
Were they? I thought that's what happened to like Kmart, Sears, all these like billionaires, millionaires figured out like you buy a ton of stock, you short it, and then you gut it, and then you make money off the shorting of your stock.
Possibly.
And that's what happened with that GameStop thing. Do you remember that like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
But that was like, I do remember that, but the GameStop thing was like little like nerds figured out, oh, this is what billionaires are doing, and then they did it to GameStop and they all made money.
No, but they did the opposite.
They did the opposite and kept GameStop alive.
Yes, so these guys, the billionaires shorted it. They all bought stock and made the stock skyrocket, which made the billionaires lose their shorts. That's what happened there. And so they were like, we don't want to see, you know, and I believe there's like that, there's a documentary that I believe is on Netflix about it, about the GameStop thing. And in it, they say, I believe it was like Sears, Kmart, kind of those stores that like went away, Toys R Us, those were all, casualties. That's the word I'm looking for. They were all casualties of like that stock thing. And so because of the rise of like Amazon and online stuff. Don't you think
that's gross though, Joe?
Absolutely.
It's gross.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah. Why do you think I didn't think it was gross?
I don't know. We fight about these things.
You're like, because you're a capitalist pig.
I'm
not a socialist.
Listen, I am all for capitalism. I am not a communist. I believe that these things work better if they're somewhat regulated because people are greedy. That's my whole point. So like Sears going out of business, all this stuff, like there needs to be competition. Like it can't just all go to Amazon.
I agree.
Like we can't
%.
Like, and
that's why I eat at mom and pop places. I don't eat at chain restaurants.
I know, but like that's what the government is supposed to be doing, is like breaking up these monopolies. It is supposed to keep these corporations from becoming too powerful, and they've become enormously powerful.
Yeah, you can't put the poop back in the goose.
You can. It's just going to be real hard at this point. We have to.
Yeah, you can't. Because, again, you can put poop back in a goose, but it's going to break the goose. So, like, at this point, like, monopolies, they get around it by going with, what do they call them? Like, conglomerates. Like, you have, is it called InBev, which is the beverage company that owns, like, every liquor.
Like
there's, like, 3 companies. Yeah, right. There's like 3 companies in the world that own everything.
5 companies that own like all the processed food. There's like 4 companies that own all the media. Almost all. I mean, there's some independent stuff, but like it's insane. Like you cannot have democracy with this. It's impossible.
Well, it's not, because it
is impossible. It like
it's not.
I mean it creates a lot of hurdles, Joe.
Yes. Because remember, we can't speak in absolutes.
Thanks.
It does create a lot of hurdles.
A lot of hurdles have been created by this.
Yes. A ton. Yep. And I don't like it either. Like, I don't like that. I like the competition. I liked back in the day, again, back in the day, you go into a mall, JCPenney, Sears, all the stuff. Like, the fact that all that's gone sucks. But I contributed to the problem. I bought everything off Amazon. It's easier to get it delivered to you tomorrow than, like, going shopping.
Super easy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not just Amazon. It's also, there are upstart companies. There's like small businesses that use Amazon to distribute their stuff.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
It's great.
You just have to know what you're buying and from whom and all that stuff. But
but you can't, because that's not being regulated. Like nobody's watching that.
It's like a shell game. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't like that. Like I feel like, man, this is we're getting deep in the weeds, man. But like I feel like corporations are becoming too powerful. Like Amazon, that Jeff Bezos bought the Washington Post, and he put out a thing saying, like, hey, if you and your editorials go against Donald Trump, you're going to get fired. That's not democracy. Like I don't think editorials should influence our political system, but I do think that like people who write for the press should be unbiased. And that's just not happening in that. No, like
so
not.
The world the last 25 years has gone from the editorials used to be on the back page, and now the entire news piece is an editorial, and a spot of journalism will be on the back page. And that's what sucks.
Or
what people nowadays think is the news. I know what people think nowadays is the news, and like they're seeing CNN come up, or they're seeing Fox come up, or they're seeing whatever come up, and they think that's the news. It's not. It's an editorial. It's that anchor, that news person giving their spin with their political bias and what they think is going to happen with whatever decision was made. None of it's journalism anymore. And that's a bummer to me. Nobody's out there like unbiased, doesn't matter what party, what side of the aisle. Nobody's out there just sleuthing it, trying to get to the bottom of stuff. That's what's a bummer to me.
Nobody. And I think like when the Constitution was devised, that was the idea, that the press would keep us safe, that they would kind of keep people in check. They'd inform people like, this is not right. It's never been that way. Like, it's never not been biased. There's always been like, well, this newspaper is for the liberals and this one is like conservative leaning, which is bullshit. Like, I don't agree with that at all. No press should be biased towards one side or the other. Just tell the facts, like if people don't like it, that's their own thing, but like,
I think what you're saying is what 75% of America thinks. Unfortunately, that's not the way it is. So we all roll our eyes and just like, okay.
But I mean,
and then we don't trust anything.
Okay, right now, I don't think not trusting anything is the answer, because you have to figure out what's going on. I think you have to be...
Well, what I mean by not trusting is you hear the story, you hear what the story may be, and then you have to go and fact check it on your own.
Yeah.
Whereas old school news, like, do you remember when it wasn't Dan Rather? I think Dan Rather had retired. But there was like an old school news journalist who like lied about one thing. Like, this was like in the mid 2000s, and he had said that he was somewhere or did something when he didn't, and that was it. They took him off the air and he was done. And there's no fact checking anymore. There's none. People are like, we got to be the first to break the story. Let's break it.
Was it Peter Jennings? I do remember this.
Yeah, you might be right there. It was Dan Rather, Peter Jennings, one of them old schoolers.
And he was gone.
Yeah, just gone. Said it
wasn't
one day,
his fault.
Gone the next.
Yeah, here's my vote for what to do with AI. Is that AI should write, and like people are all against like AI writing news stories, but like AI, if we're going to use AI to better humanity, we need to devise a way that it is like infallible. So you can, check, there's like 10 AI systems that check against each other. They're fighting against each other, but not to win, like just to be correct. And then like they just report input, like they're like, okay, there is a war here. These people did shoot this. We picked it up with this satellite that we put up. This is happening. These are cameras. This person did say this. This happened. Like, to just report what is real, what is true, and people can believe that. Like, I think that's what AI should be used for. The other thing I think it should be used for is the legal system. Like, I think you just put in the facts. Okay, like no judge who ate chili the night before should be deciding whether or not you ran a stoplight. Like, it should just be like, because the way you dressed, if you're speeding, or if you had to get your kid because they had COVID, like just straight up AI. Like, it doesn't care what you wore. It doesn't care how, like, maybe it does take in factor, like how much you make, or like how much, like what a good penalty for speeding is for that person who can barely make it to work, or can their taillight is out, but they can barely get to work and they're doing the best they can. Can we do that?
I would definitely like to see civil infractions, like you just said, on a sliding scale by what you make.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how that would work. I don't know how that would work.
You've got a vested interest in this. You don't want to say anything. I just feel like it should be unbiased.
A civil infraction isn't a crime.
It should be unbiased.
Civil infractions are a crime. So I would love, because we've all said it, like, if I'm caught speeding, like, okay, so the doozy ticket here in Michigan is being on your cell phone while you're driving. That's a $220 ticket. So if I get a $220 ticket, that's going to sting. That's going to make it so that when I'm done paying my bills on my paycheck, that's cutting into grocery money. That's cutting into gas money. That $220 that's going to that ticket is a big hit for me.
Yeah.
But if you're a CEO of a company, $220 is like $2. That would be like if I got a $2 ticket.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care.
And you know what? You're not even going to see that. Your lawyer's going to show up. Your lawyer's going to show up, argue that whatever, and you're done. Like you'll never pay it. You'll pay that lawyer, but you already have them on a retainer.
Yeah, I mean, civil infractions, the wealthy don't. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. The wealthy don't get out of civil infractions. Those are the easiest things to ding them up on. But the thing is, like, well, just like we're saying, it's nothing to them. So a $220 ticket is like a $2.20 ticket to me. So for me, I'm like, if I get caught, yeah, fine, I'll pay the $2.20. Same with speeding. I was driving to work the other morning. The speed limit is 70. I was doing 80. And I got passed by two cars like I was standing still.
Really?
2 cars passed me. Like, if I had to guess their speed, 105, 110.
Were you driving your special work car?
No, I was just driving to work in my own personal car. And they just passed me. Boop, boop. And so let's just say they got dinged for that ticket. So they're doing 35 over. That's going to be a 4-point ticket. That's going to be like a $280 ticket. And again, but to them, in that situation, yeah, their lawyer will probably get them out of the points. And they'll end up paying money, but it's going to be, again, $2.80 to them. So that's where I do think it should be a sliding scale, because then you have the inner city, or you have the socioeconomically challenged individuals that may have a suspended driver's license because they're just trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
They got a ticket. They couldn't pay that ticket.
But they got to get to work.
So they continue to drive even though they have a ticket. That ticket turns into a warrant, which then gets their license suspended, and they're stuck in this whirlpool that they can't get out because they can't afford to pay their tickets off because of where they work. They got to get to work by driving there. Yeah. And then if they get dinged again, you're like, oh, well, you're getting dinged again because you were driving when your license is suspended. It's this vicious circle.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like
in Michigan, they stopped that. They stopped that about 3 years ago.
Really?
You can't, they don't, the vicious circle stuff, they don't do anymore. They don't issue warrants for suspended and stuff. It takes a ton to get your license suspended nowadays. And they look at all that. They take all that into account. Is this a habitual offender?
Going to work. He's going to work.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Is this a habitual offender who doesn't have a job, who has a record of drug trafficking, selling, violent crime, whatever the case may be, retail fraud? They clearly don't work. They are just criminals, low-life criminals, petty criminals. They'll look at the mom who's, dinged up, has got 2 or 3 kids, and she's got to drive 40 minutes to work at a Little Caesars, Yeah. So they did stop doing that in Michigan.
How do we fix it, Joe?
And then you got good police officers that, like, people think police officers are like robots and they're controlled by the government. And they're these agents of the cities and they're blah, 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 blah. Like, police officers, the majority of them are the most, like, the reason they got into it is to uphold the Constitution. And they want to make sure that every person that they pull over, they're protected by that piece of paper the same as me. And, you know, I've seen many an officer, you know, like, talk to someone and be like, yeah, I understand you're stuck in this vicious cycle even before it was changed here in Michigan. You know, so then like a police officer like would like not write a ticket, you know, like once you have that conversation at the window, you know, and then it's like, well, I'm not going to write you this ticket. You know, you got to do this, you got to do that. You got to be smarter about this. If you are going to be driving on a suspended license, drive the speed limit. Don't make prohibited turns. Don't, you know, like you can't have it all. You can't be suspended and drive 30 over the speed limit and blow red lights and not stop at stop signs. Like there has to be, you have to be smart about it. So I understand you're trying to get to work, but you got to drive the speed limit. You got to obey the laws, or you are going to find yourself in some doo-doo, as they say. Yeah.
I think we should have a whole series of episodes where we just talk about how to fix it. You know what? We can drink. We can start drinking.
I mean, it starts with, it's not a national thing. It's every state, and not only every state, but that's why there's district courts. That's why there's circuit courts, because different courts rule different things in different areas. So like there could be a circuit court in Texas that rules on a certain way for the way maybe a police officer handled something. And it doesn't necessarily mean that like the district court in California that's maybe more liberal is going to go that same way. So because the power is in the states, it's different everywhere. So it's hard to, you know, tailor something for Virginia and Michigan, you know, the same whatever, but
it's different. Like, I think every community is different.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Hence why people vote different and all that stuff, because you vote for what's going on in your own backyard.
Yeah. I think we should. You know what this is? Beard.
This is beard. I'm growing beard longer than usually grow.
I shaved mine.
Yeah, I
don't know if you've noticed. I got a shaver.
Let's land this plane. Land this plane. Let's start the paid and talk about your beard.
Crashing plane.
And I think we have a math problem.
We're doing this.
You want to do it next week?
Yeah.
We'll do it next week. Okay.
All right. We're going sober. To the paid. Piece of pizza.
I am.
No. Piece of pizza, guys.